Boris, that Democrats, like Maria, would probably cite things like this to prove their point. Donald Trump Jr., for example, he put this image on his Instagram account. It's a meme of Pepe. And for those of you who don't know, Pepe is a white nationalist symbol. David Duke, the former KKK leader, also tweeted a similar meme, but photoshopped his face into the image. But you get the drift here. This is why Democrats say what Hillary Clinton said is fair.
Every election throws up something new, and this one has thrown up something called a dank meme. According to the website, Know Your Meme, and there is such a thing as a website called that, a dank meme is one that's intentionally bad or bizarre, an ironic expression used to mock online viral media and in-jokes that have exhausted their comedic value. And this, that we just saw was a dank meme put up by the AMWU against the Prime Minister. So watch your dank memes.
I got a pocket full of quarters and I'm headed to the arcade. A lot of money, but I'm bringing everything I made.
Sonic Adventure 3! Why do we need Sonic Adventure 3? Why do we need another Boost to Win title? Why don't we need a Sonic 2006? Why do we need all that? Can't we have a 3D environment time for Sonic games? For crying out freaking loud! You guys killed the Sonic series! All the freaking fans! You're freaking fans! Still at it!
Dear Fox News, it has come to our attention that you have been alienating the American people by propagating the left-right false dichotomy, promoting fear by exaggerating the threat of terrorist attacks,
you could close it. What I like even better than that is getting our smartest, getting our best to infiltrate their interests so that we know exactly where they're going, exactly where they're going to be. I like that better. But we have
employees to lie on the air.
Who would be? I just can't imagine somebody doing. These are people that want to kill us, folks. And you're objecting to us infiltrating their conversations? I don't think so. I don't think so.
The weekend, she felt she had to after receiving death threats like these. You just made a blank game nobody likes. That's it. Nobody will dare die. And this one, I hope you enjoy your last moments alive on this earth. You did nothing worthwhile with your life. Also tweet so graphically, you can't show them to you. It's all part of what's being called gamergate, a shocking debate about sexism in the gaming industry that you might not have heard of, but that has already spawned 1 million tweets and counting to the Gamergate hashtag. It's an online battle of sexism where how gamers are portrayed and there's sometimes violent reactions to women who speak out.
It is a crazy notion. This is the biggest debate we should be having tonight. Is regime change a good idea? Has it been a good idea?
Industry on women. They've taken out my friend Samantha Allen. They took out my friend Jan.
Do not forget. Expect us.
It's a frightening and disgusting trend in the world of online gaming. Hackers rewriting code to simulate sexual assault. Shauna Hunt is live with the disturbing reality of virtual rape. Shauna.
Well, Roger, in the world of gaming, modifying characters is actually a common thing, but these cases are extreme. These hackers are taking control of games being played online, and they're staging these violent attacks. And the scenes are so disturbing, we had to blur the images.
Online, they can take your character, lock them in place, have made their character pantsless, and then can simulate sexual assault with your character, and you are helpless to stop it.
The gorilla that was killed at the Cincinnati Zoo. You on Twitter talk about caring so much about him, that the life meant so much. The Cincinnati Zoo has come out and asked people to stop using memes, and you've used a lot of memes in social media. How is that respecting Harambe by doing that when they're asking to stop in order to honor him?
He was so upset. I mean, he was just heartbroken. I mean, this was his whole Christmas.
She's talking about real money lost in a virtual world, a world set in medieval times. It's where an 11-year-old like Timmy Easter of Gilbert can act like someone much older, catching shark.
Every shark you catch?
It's worth 1,000 coins.
Fighting enemies.
You killed him?
Yeah.
And gaining points and powers each time.
Timmy is so good at it that people ask him for help.
He spent years gaining a high level in an online game called RuneScape. Timmy and his family recently learned this virtual world is full of some real-life dangers.
He said, "Excuse me, Health Slayer, can I speak to you for a moment?"
Timmy says another player started a conversation asking him to do something rare.
Would you like to join the clan called the White Legion?
Timmy said, sure. The player led him to a different site. Turns out it was a fake RuneScape site.
This is the real one. This is a fake one.
Go back to the real, fake.
You can see there are only subtle differences between the two. In just minutes, Timmy's password was hacked, stolen. His account with all these points and belongings emptied out.
It's your items, and to have someone steal it without hesitation, it's just wrong.
Waiting and watching for your laptops and cell phones to join unsecure Wi-Fi networks where personal information can easily be seen and stolen.
And our big story at 5, two 12-year-old girls charged with trying to stab a friend to death after a sleepover. Police say they were inspired by a fictional character from the internet.
With her head hung and long blonde hair nearly covering her face, 12-year-old Morgan Geyser appears in court. Geyser and her friend, now co-defendant, 12-year-old Anissa Wire, aren't even teenagers, but they are charged as adults with attempted homicide.
Both suspects had a fascination with a fictitious character that often posted to a website that is a collection of small stories about death and horror.
They enjoy doing this. They get what they call lulz.
Lulz is a corruption of LOL, which stands for laugh out loud. Anonymous gets big lulz from pulling random pranks. For example, messing with online children's games like Habbo Hotel. The pranks are often anti-Semitic or racist, and always posted on the internet. But truly epic lulz come from raids and invasions, branded on the anonymous websites with an I, like their nationwide campaign to spoil the new Harry Potter book ending. Attention children! On an underground hacker site linked to Anonymous, there are literally thousands of stolen passwords on that site. And victims are left wondering, why is all this happening to me?
It's terrorism. It's scaring every single one of us.
They're kind of evil, but I'm gonna think this through.
I'm getting swatted.
Michael! These people! To remember why they need us!
With nearly everything in our economy run by computers, the prospect of a digital meltdown was too huge to contemplate.
I was worried because the whole computer game was new to us, and I was a little ignorant.
We didn't know what we didn't know. And many thought what we didn't know was going to hurt us.
There was a fear. Everything's in the internet. Everything's in computers. Everything's in the internet. Everything's in computers. Everything's in the internet. Everything's in computers.
The population were fairly confident that this was going to be an apocalypse.
No! You freaking fricks! You guys have to ruin it! You guys have to ruin it! Why? Why? Why does it have to be like this? Why does it have to be like this?
In
come that bullshit, what up? Here come that bullshit, what up? Here come that bullshit, what up? Here come that bullshit, what up? Watch him rollin', watch him go, watch him rollin', watch him go, watch him rollin', watch him go, watch him rollin', watch him go. He be rollin' down the street, he be rollin' to the beat, he be rollin' down the street, he be rollin' to the beat. Watch him roll. Shit, what up? Watch him roll.